I love you all for like playing along with me. So I'll give you a little like insight to the story that we're going to unfold. Let's see, somebody else is hopping on here. Let's wait for them. Yay! I see Red too. Yay! I got Red on too. Red. I'm so like amazed. Thank you so much again for playing along. This is so much fun. So as I said, I was going to tell you a little bit about the story. And everything is a story. Life is a story. That's why we love stories. Like we love interesting stories. And we have to think about our life as this, or literally, if you look at it, all the sacred texts and, you know, the wisdom teachings, they continue to show us that, you know, it's this evolutionary path that we're birthed in here to go through all these levels and these experiences, to then die and then to be reborn. And so these are stories. Every lifetime is a story, part of a greater book, that's the Akashic field, is this greater book. And in that book is this library which is filled with books of each individual soul. And that soul's made up of multiple chapters of lifetimes. And that lifetime is made up of multiple stories too. You can see in your own life, the stories, you know, where we were born, where life took us, what we experienced, how we met, divided, changed, experienced, birthed again. So the story was born out of this fleeting idea, again, it was to look at how we can liberate ourselves, because I always see, like in the ancient scriptures and the texts and the wisdom teachings, it's this path of liberation. And I think that each of us are seeking or seekers of liberation, seekers of quietness, seekers of being in a clearer understanding or clearer viewpoint or clearer perspective of what the bigger picture is. And so there's this idea of 3D. We're born into this world and we don't know anything. We just think, you know, it's the food that grows in the ground. I just eat it. There's no consequences. That person's just in an angry mood. That person's always like a horrible person. I'm always this. And so we live in this 3D world, and then we have to drive in our cars and go to work, and we have to pay mortgage it. And then at night we can't sleep because our mind is so full of everything and what ifs and possibilities and things we need to do. And then there's this idea, like maybe out of the blue, somehow, maybe it's linked to an age or place just happening, that we become aware that we're interconnected, kind of like the Avatar movie, where we realize that I put my hand here and it's like, touch this blade of grass, and it's like I'm touching every blade of grass, and like everything's interconnected. If I break this, you know, that breaks. If I blow in the water here, the ripples go out everywhere. So we realize that we're like interconnected. Or maybe you like even have these epiphanies that you're thinking of somebody and they phone you. And so it awakens in us like another perspective, which is that fourth perspective, that 4D. There may be some point in time we go through something again, or we just, life shows up, we turn an age, or it's time, our soul's planned this. We get into this experience that every blade of grass is one, and you are me and me are you. And so this is like a journey of experience of like, wow, and there's more than this than we already know. We just think everyone's working towards a 5D experience, but there's more dimensions of that anyway. So we just leveling it up. So this idea of bringing something that we have tangible, that we can work with in our own life, because we all, as one, going through a whole big thing. And so we need medicine. We need medicine inside of us. We need medicine in our heart and our soul. And so this idea was birthing through this idea, like, well, if I teach this like a simple series of chakras, but if we bring the vibration from the 3D space to the 4D space, to the 5D space, to the exponential space, maybe we can really do it as a way of like, the words want to be like harmonic convergence within inside of us, but we all like tuning to, we all like tuning forks, we all like crystal beings. And so the series wants to be birthed and created as a story of us taking this 5D pragmatic work, that tools that we can use, even though chakra work is not specifically 3D, it's more 4D. but taking these tools that we can help ourselves as medicine, not in a physical form, like, well, in the physical form too, but in beyond that, like into our experiences. Why is this rebirthing happening? Why are we coming to this cycle of a rebirth? This is this place of giving birth in, but it's also a space of letting go and coming into something new. And it's coming into that part that's most primitive within inside of ourselves. It's also a part that our ancestral lineage has taught us so many times before. And you are the perfect person to be, I won't say breaking or snipping, but healing and clearing and purifying and re-establishing and restructuring your ancestral lineage, if you will. I think each of us have been chosen to do this work. So this is more than just a chakra series. This is a 5D healing experience. So as guidance always goes, we're going to just allow everything to flow. So I'm going to take it from a pragmatic to higher to whatever they want to come through. But this is a healing experience. That's why I said wear red, root chakra. Root is right at the base of the spine. It's where the Shakti wants to be birthed from. It's a place that grounds us and roots us and makes us stable and secure. And it's attached to like parts of our body, like physical parts of our body, like, you know, we have to all go to the toilet every day. This is like the process of letting go. So if we're having problems in that arena of our body of letting go on multiple levels, we could be having it on a physical level too, right? So it's also the bones in our body. It's also the muscles in our body. So it's a structure, this form. So let's start off in a comfortable seat. Are you going to sit in a rock pose? So this is kind of like Vajrasana, so just like this. If it doesn't feel comfortable, sit on something. And then hands turned down. So everything's going to be very purposeful. We're going to do this as medicine because we need to start to be in our body so we can bring this medicine, not just in the head. We're very cerebral. We need to bring it down from that physical structural place. And the universe is asking us to do this. Saturn is asking us to do this. Find the structure. So turn the palms down, close your eyes, bring your awareness within. Discover your breath wherever it is. No judgment, no ideas about it. Just discover the breath. And then with a gentle commanding inner voice, a gentle commanding, as if you're talking to a baby. Like, sweetie, I love you. So let us just breathe a little deeper, a little bit more wider, more expansive. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Just breathe like that. You're doing such a good job. So speak to yourself like that. Soft, kind voice. And feel, you know, be very physical. Like feel the breath as it moves in your nose. How the breath moves in, how it cools, like the insides of your nostrils. Feel that little hairs on the inside of your nostrils. They tickle. And you feel where the breath moves into your nose. Where in your nose does it meet? Where does it feel cool? Where does it feel warm? And feel your body expand, that structural form, expand with your breath. And so this idea, it's an idea that what is solid, what has structure, what is secure, what is stable in this world, we're going to give it a shape. So generally when we say something is solid and has a structure and is stable and secure, there's this idea that a square, a cube, a cube, has those four corners. It's solid. It's got a solid surface. So feel your body feel solid and rooted. And even imagine in your mind, you can envision this in your mind. Try this out. That you are seated within a square. Maybe it's a cube. Maybe you can see the cube around you. So the base below you, the top, the sides, all around you. And that cube, that square, is made up of other cubes, smaller cubes. So if you can imagine in your mind, like each of those cubes are cubes in a cube, in a cube, in a cube, in a cube. It's like your body is. It's like you see the out of structural form. But you start going, oh, there's skin, and then there's muscle underneath here, and then the muscle, we dissect into the muscle, we see there's muscle fibers and strands, and those become cells. And then you go deeper inside of that. And you get lost in this mystery. So if you could imagine within you, outside of you, around you is like trillions, like your cells in your body, squares, like you just like different squares moving, like your cellular body, your atomic body is squares, and they just, you know, vibrating, because that's what we are. We're energy beings. We just have this solid form right now. But all your cells are like squares encapsulating squares and squares and squares. Bow your chin to your chest. And this is a place of reverence. It's a place of bowing inwardly. And just be quiet for a moment. Just see what it is that you need on this physical level. Like maybe after this, you just need to make the sweetest, like, piece of toast, like a rosemary bread toast, if you have that, it's your favorite, or a tea with like just extra honey and lemon. Maybe you just need to go stand outside with your feet in the garden or at the door and breathe the air in. Maybe I just need to go shower and use that one shampoo that I love so much because my hair smells so good. What's that one thing that you need to do for you? Like, what is that one? Maybe there's two, maybe there's 4 things, 5 things that you need to do for you. Like, you only need to make tea for you. Like, I've been wanting to paint my toenails. They're pretty pink, I've seen before. Well, let's make it red. Red is perfect. One of those few things is one thing, that most thing you want to do. And so imagine yourself doing it now, that one thing. If you have multiple, choose one thing, your favorite thing to do. The one thing that you just go soak in a bubble bath. Gosh, I haven't done that for a while. Or maybe like, I wanted to plant those seeds. It's time to plant those seeds in the garden. But definitely whatever you do, go outside and be in nature. Breathe her in. That's the most earthing, grounding thing for us to do, and it's healing. So if you see yourself doing that one thing for you, even if it's just breathing in through the window and breathing in Mother Nature and just smiling, let a smile come to your face. Yeah. I know that feeling. Can you give it a word, one word? Be it like love or joy or presence. What's that one word that sums it up? Like diamond. Oh yes, diamond. It's like everything. It's perfection. It's joy. And what does that make you feel like inside? If you say the word to yourself, like whispered times. Perfection. Like, doesn't make you giddy, like a little kid. Oh yes, I'm so happy. Bring your hands to the place of our heart. Rest the thumbs to the sternum. Keep bowing the chin to your chest. And offer that word, that feeling as your intention. Something that you can do. Easy. I just promise myself I'll do that. Close your thumbs to the place of your third eye and honor that space. That's always going to guide you to do the right thing. Tip the fingers down towards the ground so the tips of the fingers touch the earth. Lengthen through the spine, make the spine nice and tall, and the crown of the head is the tallest part of the body. Roll your shoulders up and back, tips of the fingers to the mat. Keep the head neutral, inhale, swing the arms up towards the sky, and then twist towards the right. Left hand comes around the body, right hand behind you. Inhale, reach up. Opposite side, so you're going to twist side to side, gentle, just moving the spine. Twisting, it doesn't matter which direction you go. Keep your eyes closed. Tip of the tongue behind the 2 front teeth. A couple more each side, doesn't matter how many you've done, whether you've done equal or not. You're not going to worry too much about that. Whichever side you're on, just finish that side. Oh. And I'll bring the arms up towards the sky. Look up this time. Now exhale, you're going to fold forward. So you're going to come into a close knee child's pose. Your arms are going to be straight out in front of you. Your arms are going to be nice and long. So the forearms are off the mat. Your nose is down towards the ground. And then gently going to make your hands like sticky to the mat and just lean your body towards the left side. So it's like you want to fall over almost, but your hands and your feet are sticking to the mat. You're just leaning into that side, and then come through the middle, and you're going to go to the opposite side and just lean into that side. And go back to the other side now. See if you can hang your hip and your rib cage over towards the left as you walk your hands towards the right side more. There's a deeper stretch. Let your shoulders melt from your spine. Bring the tip of the tongue behind the two front teeth. Breathe through the side body. Let your shoulders soften from your ears. And now walk your hands towards the middle line of your mat, and then let your ribs move out towards the right and lean your hip towards the right. And now walk your hands all the way towards the left side and just lean over them. Big breath in. Big breath in. Walk the hands towards the midline of the mat and look down towards the mat. Press into your shins. You're going to inhale, come into a cow position. So the navel's going to drip down, the tailbone up, and lift the head gently. And then exhale, round your spine, hips towards the heels. And then straight away, inhale, come forward into that cow position. And then exhale, round your spine, but see if you can slinky your body across the earth so your forearms come down. And then you move your heart forward. And then again, round your spine, hips towards the heels. A couple more times, but forearms down. So you're trying to bring your heart as close towards the mat as possible. You're rounding your spine as much as it can. Slinky the body across. Round your spine. Again, a couple more, just moving with your breath. And each time tucking the tailbone as far under as possible. Hands press into the mat. Feel even when you bring your hips towards your heels, how your underarms stretch all the way through your rib cage. A couple more. And then inhale, come forward into that cow position, navel dripping down, walk the hands forward. Bring the forehead down towards the ground or the nose. Stay here and breathe. Anahatasana, this is, they call it puppy pose, but it's called Anahatasana, so heart opening pose. Breathe into the body. The heart is always the gateway to our soul, to realizing who we are. When we're in that place of our heart, we can always be whole. Another deep breath, and then slinky your body forward, stretch the legs back straight behind you, elbows right under the shoulders, so in a Sphinx position. You can inner spiral your feet, so you can lift up one leg and bring the baby toes down first, and then the other foot, and the feet can be hip distance apart. Press into the elbows, lift the chin in your chest. Stay here and breathe. Press the pubic bone, your legs, make them strong. Press the thigh bones down to the ground, and so you can lift your knees, so your knees are gently lifting. But don't overstrain it. Keep pressing the tops of the feet, your pubic bone down. Another deep breath here. Turn the elbows out towards the side, tuck the toes under and press your body back. Hips towards the heels, arms out in front of you, so the toes tucked under. Bring your chin to your chest, and you're going to walk your hands towards your body. Keep squeezing the chin to your chest. Bring your hips down up to your toes, and you're going to pull your back toes forward. So this way you can see that you're sitting right on your heels, and we're stretching the feet. Bring the hands to the hips, lift up the chin and the chest. Take the hands behind you, interlace them all the way to the webbing, pull the hands down. Keep lifting the chin and chest, breathe. Take another big breath. Release the hands, bring the hands down to the ground in front of you, and then roll over your toes and bring the heels to the mat. Listen, we're going to stay here for a moment with the hands on the ground and the knees are spread out wide. And then we're going to bring the knees back down towards the ground. Just lift your chin and your chest down. Then again, we're going to roll over the feet and bring the heels down, spread the knees wide. So Malasana. And then bring the knees under the armpits, all the way back down towards the ground. Keep your hips on the heels, just lift your heart. And then again, round your spine, bring your heels to the mat, rolling over the feet. Nose towards the earth, knees spread out wide. You'll do that a couple more times. See if you can bring the knees right under your armpits, all the way to touch. And then bring the knees down. Use your arms to lift up your heart. We're just finding flexibility in our feet and our ankles. A couple more times. Take your time here, breathe slowly. You can move slowly. And make any modifications that you need for your back, for your knees. Next time we come into Malasana, we're just going to stay here and breathe. Even if your heels aren't on the mat, that's fine. Spread the knees out wide. Walk your hands as far forward as possible. Stay here and breathe. Your tailbone melt down towards the earth. And slowly walk the hands back towards you and press into your hands, press into your feet. You're going to straighten your legs. Your feet could be together, that's okay. Or just a little bit hip distance apart, whatever serves you. And then inhale, come halfway up, squeeze your legs to straight, shoulder blades together. Fold in, use your hands on the ground on a block or whatever it is you need. And curl your chin to your chest. See if you can bring your forehead all the way to your knees. It doesn't touch, that's okay. And then inhale, come halfway up to the tips of the fingers, shoulder blades towards each other. Press the legs towards the midline, squeeze. Exhale, fold in, use your hands to the ground. Chin to your chest, forehead towards the knees. So you can curl in, squeeze the legs straight. A couple more here. Roll up halfway. Full of breath. Roll down, forehead towards the knees. Squeeze the legs straight. Press into the soles of the feet. Again, inhale, come halfway up. One more time, exhale, fold in, squeeze the legs to straight, so you can grab onto your ankle bones. So like a tree has to be rooted into the mat. So squeeze your feet into the ground, pull your arms towards your outer shins, and see if you can find some stability by pressing the soles into the mat. Pull yourself deeply in. And then gently start to bend the knees. Keep the knees together. Come up with a straight spine. If you can bring your hands to your hips, keep the knees bent. Come up with a straight spine, keep the knees bent. Reach the hands straight out in front of you, palms up towards the sky. And then keep bending the knees so that the knees and the hips the same height. And then come slightly out of it. Palms up. And spiraling the hands. Bend the knees so that knees and hips are the same height. And come out of it. Keep squeezing the knees towards the midline. I'm going to do that 2 or 3 more times. Bend the knees. Squeeze the knees, come up. Bend the knees. Squeeze the knees, come up. Next time, bend the knees and stay here. Bring the hands into place in the heart and gentle twist. Left elbow, right knee, great twist. Big inhale, big exhale. Your thigh bones should be burning, that's good. Smile if they are. Another big breath. And then next time we exhale, exhale all the breath out. Keep the knees bent. Hands out in front of you. Sit a little bit deeper. Now opposite side. Right elbow, left knee. Pray twist. Keep squeezing the knees. Keep the knees bent. Roll the tops of the shoulders up and back. And chin lightly away from the chest. One more deep breath. Keep the knees bent. Reach the hands out in front of you. Listen carefully. Fold back into yourself. Straighten your legs. Head towards the knees. Press the thighs straight. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, fold in, curl the head towards the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Bend the knees, hands to the hips, come up with a straight spine. Keep the knees bent just for a moment. Inhale, hands forward. Keep the right hand where it is. Left hand spirals back, look towards the left hand. Inhale, bring that hand back up. Exhale, right hand, twist to the side, reach back up. Each side, just flow with your breath. Keep the knees bent. And twisting through the spine, keep squeezing the knees. Hands up. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs, head towards the knee. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze. Exhale, fold and head towards the knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Let your upper body kind of spiral, like just rest down so your upper body is rounded. Keep the knees bent, slowly begin to roll up. And then slowly, slowly coming all the way up. And when the shoulders right up over the hips, then you straighten the legs. Roll the shoulders back. Let the hands dangle by the sides. Just keep rolling the shoulders back. Squeezing the legs towards the midline. Find your breath. You can breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Take the hands behind you, interlace them all the way to the webbing, pull the knuckles down into chin your chest, squeeze the legs towards the midline. The legs can be together, so you can squeeze them in. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend the knees, keep the hands behind you. Hands pulling away from you. Bring the chest to the thighs. And then slowly see if you can straighten the legs as you pull the hands away from your lower spine. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Let the crown of the head come towards the earth. Hands reaching away from your spine. You can micro bend those elbows just a little. You're not always overextending through the creases of your elbows. Do another deep breath. Bend the knees, keep the hands clasped. Lift the chin, the chest, pull the knuckles down behind you. Keep bending the knees, release the hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Twist again towards the right. Prayer twist. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look down towards your left foot. You're going to step your left foot back. Press into your right foot. So you're going to come into a twisting lunge here. Inhale here. Exhale here. Big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Keep that front knee bent. Untwist your body. Step the back foot forward. Keep the knees bent so you can sit a little bit deeper. Feel the quadriceps. Press into the legs. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to the place of heart center. Just close your eyes for a moment. Find your breath. Squeeze your inner thighs. So find your beating heart. See if you can say to your beating heart, just slow down for a moment. There we go. Good breath. Breath in. Breath out. Find that rhythm. See how your heart listens. Bend the knees. Reach the hands straight forward. Take the left hand back. Twist through the upper spine. Inhale. Bring the hands up. Exhale towards the right. Look back. Inhale. Back up. Exhale towards the left. Inhale. Back up. Reach the hands up. Exhale. Hands to the place of the heart. This time, right elbow, left knee. Prayer twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Keep bending into this left knee. Now you need to take this right foot to the back edge of your mat. Oops. If you have something on your mat, don't fall over it. Press the elbow into the knee, knee into elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Make your back leg nice and strong and straight. Again, chin lightly away from the chest. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. 1 more. Look down towards your bottom foot. Keep this front knee bent. You're going to step the back foot forward. Keep inhale to lengthen. Keep exhaling to twist. 2 more. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Bend a little bit deeper into the knees. Squeeze the knees. Now straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the place of the heart. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze up. Exhale, take the hands behind the spine. Interlace into the webbing. Pull the knuckles down with the chin of the chest. Bend the knees here. Pull the hands back. We're trying to pull your chest forward. Squeeze the knees. Bring your chest to your thighs. Keep the heels of your wrists together, the palms, and slowly straighten the arms as they come over your head. Straighten the legs. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release the hands towards the mat. Inhale, come halfway lift. Exhale, feet back to the back edge of the mat. Find yourself in a high plank. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend the knees. Bring the knees softly to the mat. Hips towards the heels. Forehead down towards the ground. Just rest here for a moment. Toes tucked under. Upper body's melting through. So your arms are nice and strong and straight. Feel the stretch under your armpits. Just a moment here to breathe. Make the hands flat on the mat. Listen carefully. Arms are strong, micro bend, elbows lightly out towards the side. You're going to press into your feet. You're going to inhale, bring your body all the way up into a high plank as if you're an arrow shooting through the air. Then you're going to exhale, bring the hips back to the heels, knees to the mat. Next time you inhale again, you're going to come forward like a shooting arrow through the sky, going somewhere. You have a direction, you have a purpose. hips towards the heels. Stay here and breathe. It's like child's pose, coming back to neutral. Inhale, come forward, reaching, moving through every lifetime you've ever lived with a purpose, with a point, of something that you focus on, a passion. And then when you exhale, hips to the heels. Stay here, neutralize, reset. This is the rebirth. Take another deep inhale, come forward. Stay here and breathe. Really reaching through the heels, through the shoulders, through the crown of the head. Pressing the ground away from you. Micro bend the elbows out towards the side. Take another deep breath. Listen carefully. Bring this right knee down towards the mat. And turn the toes at a 90-degree angle. Tuck the toes under. Right foot's going to be flat. Toes are going to point straight forward. Press into your left hand. It's going to touch the ground and reach the right arm up. And then press your hips forward. Take this right hand onto your right hip. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Should feel stretch all the way down through your eyeball, the tips of the fingers. And I let this right thumb paint like a paintbrush across the floor. Your whole arms like dangles from the ear to the shoulder. And then slowly spiraling it up over your head towards and over that right ear. And slowly begin to press your hips forward and reach. You can start to open the chest towards the sky and bend the top elbow. Maybe place a hand behind your head and then press that right elbow back. And then from that place, start to extend it over your ear again. And then let it drip down towards the mat. And then all the way back towards your right hip. Let your ear still dangle down towards the side. Then gently bring the right hand down towards the mat. Hands flat, step into a high plank. Stay here and breathe. And roll over the tops of the feet. Nice high cobra. Wiggle your hips side to side. Wiggle your heart side to side. And tuck the toes. Find yourself in a high plank, looking straight down towards the ground. Press into the heels. And then press the heels to press your shoulders forward. So your whole body is getting longer from your heels to the tips of the shoulders to the crown of the head. Take another deep breath. And bring this right knee out. You're going to turn those toes out to a 90-degree angle. Left foot is flat to the side. Right hand right in line with your right knee and press the hips forward. You're going to take that top arm, that left arm, and rest it on the top thigh. With your bottom ear, just move your head. So whatever it needs, loosen it up. Find your breath. And this left hand like a paintbrush, like it's so heavy with syrup and heavy paint. It just like glides softly across the earth. You feel that whole stretch of the back of your shoulder. And it comes over your ear. Begin to press your hips forward. Start to lift your heart. Keep pressing into your bottom hand. Keep lifting your chest higher. And now if you want, you can bend that top elbow. Place a hand behind your head. Keep pressing your hips forward. Just stay in that space. Explore the space, a new opening, a new awareness. And then extend the arm straight out over the ear again. Longest stretch you've ever had, and then drip it down towards the ground. Feel that stretch to the back of the shoulder, the side of the neck. All the way to the top of your hip. Let your hand rest. And then slowly bring both hands flat to the mat. You're going to find yourself in that high plank again. Big breath in. Full breath out through the mouth. Roll the tops of the feet. Look up towards the sky. So we can pull the heart forward, press into the tops of the feet. And then slowly begin to melt your upper body all the way down towards the ground. In a spiral feet. Big toes touch, baby toes out towards the side. Extend your arms out, straight out in front of you. Look straight down towards the ground. Lightly bring the chin to the chest. Palms are touching. Long, slow, deep breathing. So in a world, this is a mudra. This is your whole body connecting to Mother Earth. All your energy centers from that root, the sacral, by the navel, or pelvic floor, the solar plexus by the navel, the heart center right there, right under the sternum, the throat right there where the thyroid is. Your third eye, maybe the forehead is touching the ground. And that space is like inside of your head. A little light bulb, a little acorn hanging there. A whole divine design ready to explore the world. All the way to the crown of your head. Everything being reset in this fabric of this world. Remembering those little cubes, those thousands, trillions of cubes. Every cell within your body, cells within cells within cells within cells. Like universes within universes within universes. Feel your body being reset. Find your breath, breathe. In the shamanic practice, earth has a form, a color, a shape. And all we need to do is invite in earth energy. So how do you see earth? Maybe you see her as rich soil, a beautiful tree, a garden, the ocean, a mountain, a bird, your kitty cat, your dog. So allow yourself to be saturated. Allow yourself to be saturated by the energy of earth. Maybe see earth energy as a square, as a crystal. Maybe you have one, a tourmaline. Maybe you have a red jasper. Maybe you have hematite. Maybe you have a smoky quartz. See your body just earthing, grounding. All those worries, all those frustrations, all those must-dos and things. Just for a moment. Feel the fabric of your being reset at a molecular level, re-engaging with the crystalline core of this earth, with your crystalline core. Fabric of your being restructured. Bring the hands back right next to your ribs, palms flat, elbows up towards the sky. Press into the tops of the feet, roll the body up. Find yourself in a nice high cobra. Gently move the head in a circle or semicircle, whatever feels good. Turn to the chest and round your spine. Press into your hands, bring your hips towards your heels. Point the toes back. Turn towards the earth. Walk the hands towards the right side. Let your right ribs kind of pop out towards, your left ribs pop out towards the left. Turn that left palm up. Right palm on top of that. Raise your left ear into your left bicep. You'll stretch through that outer part of your left hip. Outer part of your left rib cage. Release the hands, walk the hands towards the middle. And then slowly towards the opposite side, and then pop out your right rib cage towards the right. Turn that right palm up, rest the right ear into the bicep. Stay here and breathe. What else can we let go of? How can we step more into this place that's been divinely designed, that's been encoded in our structure? Knowing that we're more than just this world. We've expanded our awareness to the fourth dimension. We've expanded our awareness to the fifth dimension. We know that there's more. So now we're just restructuring our structural core. We're re-encoding. Gently release the hands, walk the hands towards the middle of the mat. Inhale, you're going to come up into that tabletop position. We're going to take this, so press into both hands. Make your right leg a little bit lighter. Extend the right leg straight out. You're going to flex the toes and bring the foot flat onto the mat. Tuck your back toes under. And then you're going to bring your hips towards your back heels. Your hands are going to be out straight in front of you. So you should get a stretch through this whole inner thigh. With the nose down towards the ground. Arms straight out in front of you. If it feels good, you can even untuck the back toes. Bring your hips all the way down towards that back heel. You should find a nice stretch through your inner thighs. If you're not, maybe move the foot a little bit further forward. Whatever it is, you find a nice stretch through this whole inner thigh. Hands straight out in front of you. Nose down towards the mat. Big breath in. Big breath in. Walk the hands up towards you. Now, if you have those toes tucked under, untuck the toes. And if you need something under your bottom, like a blanket or a pillow, place it under your bottom. You're going to bring your hips down towards the ground or onto your pillow. You're going to take this right leg and you're going to bend the knee and bring that foot that rests onto the inside of your left thigh. Take the hands towards the right side of the mat. You know, walk them as far back as you can. When you can't walk the hands back any further, lift your hips up, tuck them underneath you. Continue to walk the hands a little bit further back. We're twisting from this lowest part of our spine here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Now bend the elbows out towards the side. Look towards the back edge of your mat. Big breath in. Make your arms even wider, whatever you need. Lengthen and twist. Lengthen and twist. 2 more. And then slowly begin to untwist out of all of that. Listen carefully. If it feels good on this left knee, you keep it where it is. And then you're going to bring this right foot up to the crease of your left thigh. If you can't do that, you can stay in the middle here. We can bring it up into the knee, or you can bring it here. We're going to inhale to lengthen, and then we're going to twist again. So wherever the foot is, here or on that knee, we're going to just twist again to the back edge of the mat. So you can have that foot wherever you need it. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. 2 more. And then slowly unraveling out of all of that. We're going to take this left leg back out towards the side. We're going to roll over the left knee and come into that tabletop position and pull the right knee back onto the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift your heart like a cow. Exhale, round your spine like the cat. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding. Next time you inhale, you're going to find neutral. Now we're going to take this left leg, lift it up, straight out towards the side. Extend the leg, turn the toes so they face forward. Tuck your back toes under, bring your hips towards your back heel. Walk your hands straight out in front of you. So you should find a nice stretch through your whole inner thigh. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Keep moving with your breath. What do you feel? Again, if it feels good, you can always point the back toes already and sit with your hips onto that back heel. So you're feeling a stretch through this whole upper groin, this whole inner thigh, into your hip. Take 1 more deep breath. And slowly walk your hands up towards you. And now if you need to put something under your bottom, you put it under your bottom, or you sit straight onto the ground, whatever it is that you need. And then we're going to bend this front knee and bring the foot on the inside edge of this right thigh. Take the right hand behind you, left hand over the knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Oh, we did this first. So we're going to bring the hands towards the left side of the mat and start to walk the hands all the way to the back edge of the left mat. Now you can't go anymore. You're going to lift up the hip. You're going to tuck it underneath you. See if you can, again, walk the hands a little bit further. And then walk the hands wider so you can bring your forehead, your chest, your nose, pretend, if you will, down towards the mat. Deep twist from that whole lower spine. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another big inhale. And a full exhale. And slowly push the hands into the mat, straighten the arms. Come all the way back to neutral. Now this left foot, you keep it where it is. If you want, you can bring it onto the thigh, or you can bring it into a half lotus. And make sure that right heel is right next to the hip. Take the left hand behind your right hand to that left knee. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, twist. If you had the foot in half lotus, you can maybe reach around and find the big toe. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Two more big breaths in. Twisting a little bit deeper. One more. And slowly untwist out of all of that. We're going to take this left leg out towards the side. We're going to come back up. Tuck the back toes under. Find yourself just gently into that inner thigh stretch. And then come forward to a tabletop and bring the left knee right under the hips. And then slowly keep the toes tucked and you can pull on those baby toes, bring them gently forward. You can bring your hips towards your heels. Sit there and breathe. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist towards the right. Stay. Inhale, hands back up. Exhale, twist towards the opposite side. Stay there and breathe. And twist back towards the center line. You might bring the fingertips down towards the ground. Roll over your feet. Find yourself in that Malasana. Looking straight down towards the ground. Maybe the knees are nice and wide. Maybe the heels on the mat. Another big breath here. See if you can bring the forehead down as close to the mat as possible. Really bowing into yourself. That Mula Bandha, that really base of the perineum. Squeeze it gently in. And then slowly bring the hips down towards the mat. Keep the soles of the feet together. Hands behind you. You're going to use your hands to walk your hips closer towards your heels. You're trying to bring your heels as close towards your pubic bone as possible. Walk your hands in. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. So we're just going to stay here. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. Every time you press the soles of the feet together, your knees will go out towards the side. And then you'll feel little weights on the outer part of your knees. And your knees will then be pulled down towards the ground. So as you breathe in, press the soles of the feet together. Feel the knees open up. And there's weights just on the outside of the knees, pulling the knees down. You can try that one more time. Squeeze the feet. See the knees go away from each other and weights on the outer part of the knees come down. Stay here and breathe. So a gentle squeezing of the feet together. Find the very base of the pelvic floor, that perineum, the Muladhara. That Muladhara chakra, that's where we are right now. Gently draw that up into the body. And you can find that when you breathe out, you'll find that the pelvic floor naturally lifts in. So if you can bring your awareness there as you breathe out, it balloons like a parachute back into the body. And so when it's in the body, that's where you can bring that gentle awareness, that gentle contraction of the muscle, if you will. So even as you breathe in, it stays there in that place. But there is a spanda of elasticity. Nothing is ever stuck. Take another deep breath, feel your inner thighs. And we're going to walk our hands back away from our hips so we can move our hips back a little bit, but keep the soles of the feet together. Okay, if you have a pillow or a blanket or a block or anything, you can also make a little bridge if you will. We're going to lean the body forward onto something. You fold your arms, you're going to rest down. Let your knees kind of come out towards the side. If you're finding that there's any kind of discomfort in your thighs, you can always bring also a blanket underneath your knees. You're going to fold in towards yourself. And we stay here and breathe. Let your head hang down. Find the tip of your tongue. Rest it just on the back of your teeth. Feel your back jaw relax as you breathe in. That your eyelids hang heavy, like your eyeballs just naturally gently squint by themselves. There's no trying. It's just gravity. It's like everything is kind of rolling in towards the midline. Everything is rolling in towards you. That you within you. It's like those Russian dolls. There's all these exterior nuances that we create, these realities that we create, these faces we create, these personalities we create. But under all of that is your inner being, the most raw part of you. It's the child that sometimes is scared in the dark. It's a child that's sometimes so lost in play. It's a child that has dreams about life and more. It's a child that discovers she loves all that's around her, the garden, the fairies, the elementals, the earth beings, the cats, the kittens, the dogs. The place where we just want to go and stand in the forest. We want the breeze to touch our skin. We want to go to the tallest mountain. We just want to wrap our arms around all those rock beings. It's us running outside barefoot. It's us running around naked. It's us just breathing in the most sweetest aromas. Those aromas that carry us off into the distance, into distant memories, memories that feel good. It can also take us to those memories that we don't like, that we don't want to relive. But if the storyline starts somewhere, there's a meaning behind every character, and every expression. And if we're awakening souls, we should know this. We should know that all things are being purposely placed. Take another deep breath. Feel your body relax gently. Bring your hands to the ground, and you're going to gently bring yourself all the way up. We're going to keep our feet where they are. So if you have like a bolster or a blanket, you can also set up like this. Keep the feet where they are. You can place like a couple of pillows behind you. So something to support your lower back. Even if it's a bed pillow, it doesn't have to be extravagant. You can lean back. You just want to make sure that your head's not hanging off, like too far down, like that my head wasn't in the right place. So I need to come back onto this and find myself comfortable. I'm going to rest my hands. Just, can make this also downward facing triangle if you will. If you just rest your hands in your groin, so your forearms are rested, your elbows are rested, your feet are rested. If you feel that you need something under your knees, you just bring like something underneath your knees. If you got something, even like a sock under your knees. Rest the palms down in the groins. Let your fingertips wiggle. Let your toes wiggle. Let your nose wiggle. Just find yourself now being nothing to do. It's just us resting. This is time that we are, they say, dying. And the dying part is us returning, recycling, re-evaluating, reviewing. Maybe review is something for us to do. We're going through a global cycle, a galactic cycle. There's things we have been doing. The normalcy of the world, is that something we want to be lost in, that vibration? If we review our life and see all the things that we've done really well in, things that we've done somewhat well in, things that have been somewhat, not quite sure, the things that have definitely taught us lessons. Maybe there's some valuable ones that we know that they've shown up multiple times in different instances. So maybe pick one instance that you remember most. That you're like, I remember it started then. Or I had my awakening when I remembered this happened. It's the exact same thing that happened then. So we review our life before we move through the cycle. We gather the specific data points, whether it's good or bad, it's all the same, it's learning. We just review, just seeing the things that want to be seen. Because we know as we melt here now, we surrender now, we open ourselves up to Spirit, and Spirit is ready to receive us, so ready to receive us. So feel yourself now, everything that was worrying you before, all those imagined things, perceptions, Spirit is right here in the space, right with you. And you feel this communion, Spirit envelops you. Whatever Spirit shows up for you, whatever color, whatever vibration, whatever shape, form, sensation, smell, sparkle. So the more you rest, it's like you rest into Spirit. Spirit awakens more within you. Because Spirit has never been outside of you. Spirit has always been in you. It's the animation that makes you move to divine design, to every breath. But now you're just allowing every cell within your body to conjoin, to become one. So it's an absolute surrendering. It's like leaning back in. It's allowing. It's dissolving. So dissolve. The angels speak. Your body is asking for you to understand that it is a highly loving and responsive supercomputer. Yet it does not want to be held responsible for the outcome of your life. Your body knows that its purpose and functions are designed to tell the truth of your higher self by providing moment by moment intuitive biofeedback that acts as an emotional navigational system for making conscious choices of alignment. This neurological biofeedback of your body is extraordinary. It accurately and instantly tracks every thought you are thinking, even before a thought is fully formed, with correlating emotions. Before a self-criticizing thoughts has finished its biting remark about you, a physical pain or contraction can be felt within the body as an emotional discomfort. Likewise, a positive thought about yourself will open and expand the wings of your heart before that thought is even formulated into words. This emotional biofeedback creates a magnetism towards what you want and a repulsion towards what no longer serves you. Your body is perfectly designed to provide you with the emotional biofeedback about how you are aligning with and following through on the divine guidance of your highest self within every present moment. Yet your body is often blamed as the creator of both your pain and pleasure. It is time to release your judgments and expectations placed upon your body's emotional communication system. The sensations of your emotions are not trying to control your awareness. They are simply informing you of what reality your thoughts and choices are creating in every present moment. Your higher self knows every detail about your journey ahead. With the gift of your free will, you can always choose to surrender and receive this perfect guidance of your higher self, speaking directly through your body. You can also have the choice to blunder and blindly react through the journey of life, mistaking your body's biofeedback as an attack. Therefore, you are here to recognize that there is a single free will choice that must be made every day for you to fulfill your destiny and live in peace. This single choice governs, directs, and guides all other daily choices. Therefore, this choice is the only one that matters. What is a choice that you will make to give yourself something holy, to give yourself something special, to give yourself time to be you, time to rest, time to be still. I am present. I am perfect. I am whole. I am one with the whole. As you lay here in the space, begin to feel your body breathing. Your body created of all those fractals, those cubes, those squares, vibrating through cells, through cells, through cells. Every cell vibrating with this feeling of feeling safe, this feeling of feeling grounded and rooted and centered, this feeling of feeling secure, this space, this feeling of feeling nurtured, this sense of feeling like you belong. Feel your form, where it lays here, the restructuring of your form. Every cell within you, your crystalline core, connected and communing with Mother Earth, connected and communing with Father Sky, Great Spirit. Feel your body perfectly placed within this embryo of life. This opportunity for you to grow and expand, to be reborn. This is that time, that moment of rebirth. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes and nose, inviting in some movement. The fingers, the toes. Wiggle the nose. Allow that wiggling to come from the fingers into the hands and the feet into the ankles. Reach your arms over your head, stretch them. Begin to wiggle one foot a little bit more as you extend one leg out straight, and the next. And reach your arms a little bit further away from your body and feet further away from your body. So your whole body is nice and long, like a little kid waking up in the morning, stretching. And then gently pull the knees into the side of your body as you roll over to the side. And curl into a tiny seed, a little pod. This is that seedling that wants to give birth. So take in for a moment, just to see yourself again once more. What is it that you're promising yourself to do? One thing, two things, three things, four things, whatever you need for you. Just take it one time. You're just like, I just wanted a peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, I just wanted to watch the sunset. I just wanted to be quiet just for a moment. Hum to myself. See yourself doing whatever it is that you need to do. Just one, two, three things. Choose the most favorite of them all. See yourself, feel yourself. What's a word that you're connected to it? Sensation of the word. Let it muster a smile to your lips. A joyful smile. And bring the hands to the earth. And give absolute thanks. Mother Earth, we love you. And press into your hands. Lift the body back up to find a seat. Bring the hands in place of the heart, Atma Anjali. Thumbs rest to the sternum. Rest to the sternum where you can feel your heartbeat. Feel the rhythm of you. A rhythm that plays each and every day. Beating of your heart. Always come back to this space every day. Just listening to the beat of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Blow all the air out. Let's take an inhale as one. And bow into your chest, offering gratitude to your body that you're promised to listen to it. The biofeedback it gives you. This connection to our physical form is what takes us into the next dimension. This is our spiritual vehicle. So let us give thanks. Float the thumbs to the place of the third eye, honoring that space of your inner guidance, your intuition. Always guided. The light within me bows to the infinite light in each of you. Namaste.